Yes. Yes. What do you want? Look at that one. Give me. Okay.
Yo,
Yeah. Y'all gonna force me to be a gospel king and the letters.
the
Um.
Gospel King is crazy.
Yeah, and the letters where because there's some things that I'm being shown that I don't recall seeing. I read past. Like, you know what? Damn, I might try to get to where I don't read. I didn't recall everything. Like kind of like I am with the Nation Islam teachings. Like I'm way more versed than that.
Right, I'm telling you, you got to read through that comic book. Just give it a once over. I guarantee it'll take you like maybe like a week or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna really pay attention because I watched actually one of his latest videos. I'm like, you know what? And but before then, I'm profitable at send me to a direction. I think Paul's letters. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I do want to know everywhere that Paul addresses that, and I do want to know everywhere in the gospel where Christ is trying to help his people. Matter of fact, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with your iPad, man. This iPad keep disconnecting. Oh, God.
Man, I just got like 4 or 5 bags worth of groceries for less than $100.
Yeah, 4 5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gotta fix
bro.
it. Broken.
It's crazy.
What's that?
So they've never had a Costco down here. They just opened up a Costco,
Oh yeah.
and bro, they were they were supposed to have their grand opening at 8 a.m. But because there was so many people, they had to open at 4:30 a.m.
Dang. Oh yeah, yeah. This
Bro,
one.
like the line was nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like people
Dang.
camped out days before it opened. Not hours, days.
Dang.
Because I mean, you got to think about it over here in Japan. You don't have really any bulk stores.
Really?
Yeah. So we probably got to wait at least a good 2 months before we even go.
Dang.
Yeah, I guarantee it's gonna be busy every single day until then.
Yeah. I can imagine that. Yeah. So let me. My iPad is hilarious. I put the wrong password in. One try. 5 minutes. 5 minutes timeout. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I might have a guy today. I don't know. I got to see. I might not just honestly because I gotta do all this cooking, so I might just save him for tomorrow. But I think there's another guy for tomorrow too. Yeah, the one dude got you could tell he's a Hebrew Israelite by his name. And dude, we were just talking about the virgin birth, and I was like, making, just certain points. And then he was making points, and I was like, wait, huh? I'm like, bro, do you believe that Joseph is the biological father of Jesus? He was like, no, that's not what the scripture teaches. I was like, oh, then I'm arguing nothing then. But I'm gonna get his stance on Romans 11 before I try to get him on.
All right. So where I do with the iPad?
Oh, that's a nice FJ. Bro, it be throwing me off when Americans ship their cars over here, but they're the widest car you've ever seen. Like I saw somebody had a Hummer, some dude brought his Challenger here. I'm just thinking, I'm like, bro, a lot of these roads are really skinny, man. You're not gonna be able to drive on a majority of roads. Just not a smart choice.
They got papers sitting there. Hummer there.
Yeah, well, with your PCS, like with your permanent change of station to another base, you're allowed to ship one car. They'll pay for it, which is pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it'll just be weird because you're driving on the right side of the road and your steering wheel's on the left, and yeah, it's weird. Good morning. All right, thank you, you too.
No, 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 go back. Here. Go, 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 go. All right. All right. Where is? All right. So I guess I'm using this then. So Captain just premiered one of his debates with a Christian named G Con. Romans
Yeah.
11. Romans 11. And it. Hey, stop doing that. Yeah, certain tactics that you guys use that you don't really think it through, or you don't think about the response. It left the debate like just 2 hours of just confusion, man. Just 2 hours of confusion. The guy they're using the same words. He got his definition. Captain has his definition. It just again, I'm already aware of this. I keep trying to point out, like, and I'm just going to say it. I watch more debates and cross examination, interrogation. Probably most everybody that's online. I watch hella debates. Right, still, I've been watching these debates with the like in Romans 11. But I watch hella debates, and I watch a lot of Trinity, oneness, all that stuff debates, and even those are not so like one sided where somebody clearly won. Um, so I'm sitting there solving a problem. Like, you know what? This person has a winning side, but he's not winning clearly because of his strategy. So, because everybody want to try to reinvent the wheel and try to be like Johnny Cochran and shit. Effie Billy here. everybody trying to reinvent the wheel and have their own style, and y'all gonna end up looking like that Australian girl during the breakdancing Olympics. Like that, trying to do stuff new.
Yeah.
Great debaters debate great. All right, they have a style. Like, but then again, if y'all don't really watch a lot of great debates, you don't know like a great debate style. But some guys are very charismatic. Some guys are funny. Like some guys are very serious, and they have different approaches. Like some guys take the offense. Some guys like myself just ask questions. And I've been saying this for like 10, 15 years. Like the way I debate, it's just a tactic. It's not the best tactic. It's just a tactic. My tactic is to ask questions. Like I guess like a cross examination. When you ask questions, you are in a better position, because I get to respond to your answers. If you don't ask me questions, you don't know my answers. You don't know how I think. You don't know what to respond to. You just talking. So it's like, all right, well, you'll be on the attack. I mean, I'll be on attack the whole debate. And that's why Captain be like, yo, you didn't answer my questions, because he don't want to be questioned the entire debate. Like he want to be on that side. But the guy had a good angle on Salvation for All. He was trying to use mankind in different scenarios where mankind collectively was favorites some way, somehow. And Captain kept explaining all of his passages away. Nah, that's talking about this. Like, he went that route. And the guy ain't really have a rebuttal to Captain. Like he'll just repeat himself. So now people listening like, well, I don't know who's right and who's wrong, because this guy seems like he's standing strong, Captain standing strong. Now it's like a pick 'em, man. I don't know, 50-50. Ambulance. Right. So he wasn't prepared for Captain Wild's answers to his questions. You know why? Because he didn't ask questions. Now he finally got smart when the debate was over. And I'm just going to share the last like 10 minutes of that debate, because most of it, at least first glance, sometimes when I watch the debates over, they'd be a little better. But first glance, I wasn't that entertained. I was dozing off.
Yeah.
And it's mainly at his style. His style, like he came out like you're debating Captain. You're coming, you never heard Styles make fights? Like people never heard of that. Like if Captain throw haymakers and you come in there throwing haymakers too, then you better be a better haymaker puncher, right? Because if he's better at throwing haymakers, you're gonna lose. Styles be fight, so whatever he's good at, you got to try to get a style that makes him uncomfortable. And I told you, I got at the back and forth with a weigh-in, I guess you call it, on his channel, where he only to this day uploaded 25 minutes of it. The rest of it is gone in limbo land. That's called Styles Make Fights. Like my style it seems to bother Captain.
Yeah.
It seems to bother him. Where's the rest of the 40 missing minutes? And it's mainly because he was underestimating me on like the descriptions. Like, cause a lot of it really had the first birth like that. But we were arguing Son of Man. I'm not going to again, but I heard him say.
You were saying Son of Man doesn't mean Son of God. Yeah.
Yeah. But I heard him give his definition of. So it was kind of clever, because when you go to Galaxy 404, it says born of woman. You don't say born of a man, and then he'll go to the Son of Man. Like, hey, look, he's the Son of Man. See, he's born of a man. So it was kind of like clever if you're not prepared. If you like stand 10 toes on Galatians 4:4, born of a woman, he'll say Son of a Man. Oh, okay, now what? And if you're not ready for that, that could be a great rebuttal. Well, great response, I would say, especially in front of an audience. I was like, yeah, what the hell? So he really thought son of man meant the son of a man. Like, and I asked him, I didn't assume his position. I said, so wait a minute. So, what do you want? Okay, let me see. So I said, so when you say son of a man, you mean like son of a like a human being like everybody else? Like just had a kid? They're like, yeah. I'm like, wow. So I forgot. I was kind of sarcastic with him. So mind you, I wasn't prepared to really like go in deep on Son of Man, just verse and verse.
Yeah.
But he left that window open where I just fell down a rabbit hole, and I had to respond quickly. So I got lucky because he's like, yeah, find that for me. And I was in the wrong book because I know it's in the Gospels, but I can't remember which one. Because remember,
Yeah.
the Gospels have the same account. They have the same account, but kind of differently. Like they're worded differently. So I'm like, shit. So I kept going to the wrong account that don't word it a certain way. So I couldn't find it. So I basically gave up. And like he's playing the Jeopardy music and everything. But he got so comfortable. Yes. He got so comfortable that he took a call. In between, like, all right, you go look for that while I take this call. So now I could take my time now. You dig? Because I was really panicked when he was like, all right, where you at? Playing Jeopardy song. I was actually panicked. There you go, Yogi. So when he took that call, I was able to take my time. Like, all right, let me take my time to look for it. And I found it. I think it might have been Luke. So what he wanted me to find was, I said, bro, when he called himself the son of God, that's like equal to saying, I'm sorry, the son of man, that's like equal to saying he's the son of God. And he's like, go find that. So I was like, yeah. I said, son of man also are worded like this. I said, listen, yeah, no, scratch what I just said. I said, when he calls himself son of man, Israel take that as he's calling himself the son of God. They don't take it the way you take it, Captain. He's just a son of man like everybody else. They take that as he's calling himself the son of God. That's how they receive the son of man. Go find that. Right. Go find that. So then, when he got done with that call, somebody, you find it? I said, yes, sir. So I read what I read, bro. He got so upset. Nah, that's not what I'm talking about. He couldn't even re-explain it, bro. He was just done with that. I think it's Luke 22. He was just done with that. So we moved on, started arguing like Christ as the bread of life, and they didn't believe on him because he went to that whole. This is the son of Joseph. So we went there. Now, what we normally do is get the verses that we want out of that and leave it. Right? We go somewhere else. But one day I was kind of bored and I was like searching for more. So I kept reading that whole book all the way down, which prepared me for. So I already wounded Captain when I read the Jews received Christ call himself Son of Man.
Oh no, you got it. You got more. You got more than me. Go ahead.
So I already revealed that, right? So I wounded him very badly. So now when we're talking about the bread of life and Joseph's so-called son Jesus, he didn't know that I had. Remember, he didn't want to talk about that anymore. The Son of Man, he was good. You're wrong. You're lying. He left it alone. But he didn't know that we're reading about Joseph's son and the bread of life. He didn't know we keep reading to him about like 50 something verse, 58, something like that. That it picks up back on like the Son of Man. So, bro, it was so after I explained the whole Joseph father, and that's because they didn't believe he's the son of God, the bread of life, whatever. So of course he didn't agree. So I said, Cap, but look down. So I'm making Captain believe I'm still arguing Joseph, but I disguised that so I can talk about the Son of Man again, and like really just drive home with it. So I read a verse on the Son of Man, and it was clear that it was acknowledging him as the Son of God. I said, yeah. So Captain, that's why I said that. Believe me, he looked it dumb. Don't forget, I also made the claim, say, what guy can just do miracles without the Most High permission, like Jesus? I said Jesus is unique in that. He said, nah,
Right.
Elisha healed that boy. He didn't need God's permission. So when he read it, like I was unfamiliar with that scripture, right? So he read it, and it looked like he was saying what I said. Like, nah, it looked like he prayed to God. But I really didn't catch it, so I was gonna make a video on that. You know how we do, like make it short. But
Mm-hmm.
so that's another reason why because I mean that was bad luck. That was definitely a short. So he messed up big time. And for some reason, I didn't elect to record it myself, that dialogue, cause I never seen him like hide a video before. So I'm like, I ain't got to double record. I'll just play his and clip it. Oh, that was bad because you'll never see that again.
Yep.
So he was being stumped clearly like that, like stumped. And it was one more thing I was gonna say that it slipped my tongue. But that's what I was doing in Captain. I was making him stumped. So if you're not going to stump him, he's going to be confident, and his confidence sells the audience because he loves saying that was stupid. Oh, that round was trash. Like he be talking like that, and when he started dancing in the background, like that makes people believe he's right and he got you. But when you stump him, he's not dancing. He's not saying you were trash.
Mm.
He's like really aggressive, and
Mm-hmm.
that's how he was in that dialogue. It was one more thing I'm probably not remember, but those two stand out the most. Also, when I stumped Deacon and Hassad, it's like, all right, show us Mary's from the tribe of Judah, what, or from David. Oh, when I read Luke 2, because I seen words come together a little better this time. So everybody read this before.
Yeah.
But I'm like, these words come together a little unique, man. I'm like, I don't know. I think this is saying it's tying her into the line of David as well. The way these words, like even when I'm Luke 1, when it says and later it says in Joseph from the line of David, whatever, right? Luke 1 like 29, whatever. But it also sounds like it's including Mary. So I'm like, wait a minute, like we keep reading past this, but it looks like Mary's included here too. Like you could make an argument there and say, hey, Mary, like the way these words come together, it's including Mary. And I was also able to remember I kept standing on the Syriac ain't calling Joseph the father. Like I kept saying that every video we did. I said like I would concede to it, but I'm not convinced of saying it. And then finally, I was like, yeah, nah, this ain't. This is similar to the KJV. It's still not saying, it's saying Mary born Jesus or begot. It's just saying she begot him instead of her born in him, giving birth. She
Right.
just begot him. But it still
Because
doesn't
begotten
say Joseph.
it's really the same thing that's coming from. Yeah. I see. So the Greeks do it a little differently than the Syrians. The Syrians just say begotten, but the Greeks kind of make it a little bit different in that you can distinguish it a little bit better.
Yeah, but so does the don't the Hebrew got the same thing for begot? It doesn't really change.
Well, in Hebrew, there's active and the passive, which in the Hebrew, all that happens. There's no voice in the Hebrew verbs. There's just a stem change. So kal is the active and nifal is the passive. But you also have other forms of passive, but basically they have something similar to Greek. But I'm almost positive the Aramaic language does as well. Um, so, but they just don't with that word particularly, and each word is just case by case, honestly. Just like the term man includes man and woman in the
Yeah,
Hebrew and in the Greek.
and the English.
Right.
So that's what happened on his channel, and then on another channel when we were talking about Luke 1, and then we moved to Matthew 1:16. I mean, like that was ball game because like he was more prepared for Stacy, even though Stacy he was still wrong, but he was more prepared for Stacy because he heard it from me. So he's like, damn. But on me and one Matthew 1:16, it was embarrassing, bro. I'm saying everything, that was embarrassing for him. We really ain't going to Matthew 1:18 too much. I think that's when Sinetta stepped in. Yeah, I think Sinetta brought up 1:18, and they start talking about that. But the 1:16 got everything. Yeah, so it's certain styles. So like when you debate Arila, it's a certain style. Like you can't use your captain style. And some guys like Hassad, you got to be like somebody like Hassad, you got to be like kind of aggressive because he be trying to
Hey,
bully you.
you know, I don't know why this guy looks familiar.
Okay.
Oh, bro. I'm gonna really find out if I'm blacklisted. So this dude from Sakari Phoenix, Cesarop Yahawada, hit me up. He was like, "Yo, you want to debate Romans 11?" I was like, "Yeah," but he trying to get a date right now. But yeah, I ended up asking Keek, the one dude that got Hassad on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. He gave me a little detail, but he wasn't gonna tell me everything, which was cool. I respect it. Um, but he was like, let me read this. And wait, I got to park because I'm over here driving, trying to read and stuff. All right, so he said Sakari is different now. I said, yeah, man, I saw all that reformation they had after signing Deacon. He said it's about half the size now. I said, dang, that's crazy. He said like 3, 4 schools came out of it. And then I said, what happened? He said Alazar happened. I was like, oh, I figured. What did he do? I mean, I was like, he looked like he be trying to sun everybody in the videos and stuff, like even
They
like Deacon and
always.
Hassan. And he said, yeah, similar, but like it's several different reasons. And he just said, I'll leave it there. I was like, yeah, respect, man. I ain't gonna ask you to give me the details on everything.
Yeah, yeah, play by play. Yeah, but definitely he definitely don't respect. Like he act like they're not equals with him when they're going over scripture, and they don't feel like I'm gonna tell you what's up. He feel like they're either equal or he's slightly above them. They don't feel like he's on their
Yeah,
level at all.
yeah.
So like
'Cause there's a lot he don't know about.
it's even more disrespectful to them because they're being talked down like that, and they believe this guy's below them as far as understanding. So like,
Yeah,
of course they're gonna be on the phone and talk about it. I told you when I called Deacon, he passed the phone to his side. So like they always together, and Riley will be not too far from them.
yeah.
I was surprised to see Riley still stay there. But anyway, so whatever style you
I,
take, you got to use that and be consistent. A style like a chest opening. When you
yeah,
have an opening, that's just your opening. Like you now, there's many other openings. Like one student gonna tell his dad, yeah, he haven't told me other openings. Like I damn near wanted to chastise his little boy. Like what, dude? You don't even know you're right. The one opening I'm trying to show you, you don't even know that one. Like, yeah, how do you think you need? Like, that was like, man, that be pissing
Oh,
me
he
off,
was
man.
saying like you didn't teach him a certain opening.
Other openings, he felt like he should learn more than one when he doesn't even know the one that I shown him.
Oh
So
no,
I'm like,
if you don't
bro,
know how to
I'm like,
master
bro,
that, like you gotta have it's like basketball. You gotta have a bunch in your tool bag. So you use basic moves so that you don't have to do all this other stuff. I'm guessing it was basic
yeah.
versus advanced openings.
Well, not just that. Not openings. Just certain moves you do. It's like I'll use a better opening analogy for basketball. So in basketball, it's not about your bag and basics. It's about what is your strength. If your strength is shooting, you're going to shoot first. If your strength is
Yeah.
dribbling, you're going to dribble first. So those are openings. So if you're learning how to dribble well, like some Kyrie type, and use all the John Morant to all that to gather, you learn all that. You're learning it still. That means you're still like perfecting it. You're not there yet. Can't move on just yet. We're still going over this because you don't look. You got an idea what to do, but you don't look like the way. Like there's a look to it as well. You got to look cool doing it. There's a look to it,
Yeah.
and you don't have that look. Like you off balance or whatever. Hey, Dad, he ain't shown me how to shoot yet. It's like, yo, you haven't worked on your moves yet. Like we're not finished. So it's like that. Or I'm trying to show the guy how to shoot, and he'll make 3 in a row, but his fourth shot be like off, like clang, clang. I'm like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, if you miss, it can't be. It could be short, it could be slightly, but it can't clang. Like, nah, we gotta shoot some more.
Yeah.
And your free throws should be 9 out of 10. So if you're gonna do 10, like you shouldn't really free throws. When you learn how to shoot, 8 out of 10 isn't good. Like you got to be 9 out of 10, and really 10 for 10. So I mean, so there's some things you got to get down pat before you move to the next phase in anything. I'm sure you got backhands and swimming they do the backstroke. I'm sure you got to learn something before probably freestyle before that. So in chess, you got to learn one opening and be good at it. So now in one opening, there's a bunch of rabbit holes. So that's probably the best way I can explain it. In one chess opening, there's a bunch of rabbit holes your opponent can do. A bunch of rabbit holes. So you got to be prepared for most of those rabbit holes or at least the ones I suggest, because I'm the guy with the experience, and I'm gonna tell you what most people do, like how we kind of could tell you what rabbit holes Sakari gonna go to, and this guy how to avoid them. How to avoid those. If we trying to give somebody tips, like, hey, avoid this right here, because they're gonna have you. Yeah. So same thing in chess. It's like, okay, pay attention to these rabbit holes because these are important to them, and let's work on addressing that. That's how chess is. It's like now you don't learn everything. You learn like if you play 10 people, 8 of them going to do it this way. So let's focus on the 8 and not the 2. We don't focus on the exceptions. Right. In chess, we don't do the exceptions. We do the majority. So therefore, those 2 people just take the loss because you're going to be 8 out of 10. That's probably first place. So you got 2 guys doing some unorthodox, retarded. Yeah, got to lose. Because the other 8 guys who actually play your opening, you're going to beat them. So in debating, it's the same way. There's a style to a debate that you got to stick to. So Captain has his style. Hassan got a snarky. He ain't got really a style, but he's kind of like snarky.
Yeah.
He's kind of snarky. Deacon doesn't have a style. All right, like they kind of freestyle. They're not good debaters, but Jabari has a style. Inky has a style. So like certain Judah Nassers has a style. Like certain guys got a style with them, and you're in it. So when you debate, when you hear his name, expect like you know what to expect basically. How you coming? Judah 7000 has a style. So like if I ever debate him, I already know how he's coming. He's coming very, very aggressive and attack. So I got to be on that type of time. I can't be like a dead captain, all soft spoken and patient. I gotta get it. I gotta be sloppy with him. So certain guys got styles and certain guys don't. Vocab got a style, but definitely Sam Shimon and Dr. Michael Brown. Like Shaka Atmos has a style. So Chief X has a style. That's one. It's like so you need a style. Everybody needs a style, and one style is not better than the other, but it's just perfecting your style for you. So if you're going to be passive, let them do most of the talking, you just sharpshoot them, then perfect that. If you're going to be aggressive and talk over them, perfect that. Like my style is a line of questions. Like that works the best for me. I'm more consistent with that. I feel like I put myself in a good position to get a W. because I tried to yell back and forth. I tried to pass it. That didn't work with Arila on Gentiles because I didn't get a chance to talk really. So I tried different styles. For me, it just don't work. So I'm like, you know what? My style gonna be the question. The
I
question
think
style.
my style's gonna end up being a mix of mine and yours. How you simplify things down, but also how I still keep things technical. Got to find a good balance in between there, especially talking to some of these guys.
Yeah, well, that would be your style. Like all of our styles are mixes of somebody,
Yeah,
but it ended up being yours because you favor one thing over the other, or you do less of this, some a little tiny bit of it, but more of it is, and that's what makes it
right,
your style.
right,
That's all. And you come into every debate with that style because people, because when people like you and they like how you debate and you change it up, they're not gonna like you that night. I'm like, yo,
right.
why you change it up?
What's
Like,
going on?
yeah,
Yeah.
this is just unbearable to watch. This got corny.
Yeah, I get that from Lovejoy anyways. So
So let me play the guy real fast. It's like 10 minutes, not even more than 10 minutes. Not less than 10 minutes. Let me play the guy real fast. And then this just he don't listen to anything you say. He just when it's his turn, he just go. Yes. Okay. All right. Let me find this captain thing. Oh yeah, so I did all that sidetrack filibustery to point out that the dude at the end of it, he did what he should have did at the beginning. So at the end of this debate, he finally asked the tough questions that he never asked for the first 2 hours. And he had Captain kind of squirming a little bit. But it's too late. Like the people already made their ruling on who they think
yeah,
won.
I got a different one. I got
But
different
watch
yogurt.
this. And I'm thinking that he probably asked those questions correctly because he finally understood Captain's position and thought process. And that
Oh
could be
man,
why
that's too
and that
late.
could be why and that could be why he asked those questions correctly at the end. Because he probably said, oh, that's how you think? What about this?
Mm.
But he has some good questions. Let me just back it up.
I'm gonna shoot straight with you.
When Judah's son didn't keep that law, he died, even though there wasn't a priest to carry out the punishment. And then when Moses brought the letter of the law, now you have to do. When it says the last man, Adam, became a quickening spirit.
No, it says thy brother. I mean, that. So let me.
His daddy
Okay, hold on
style.
for a minute. So,
You see?
so hold on. So, what Abraham did was his brother's daughter, right?
You can pass that.
I don't know. So like my father, your father is brothers, so that makes us cousins. Now because remember his parents,
Leah and Rachel.
well, that's different because he saw what, and it's really Laban's fault. Laban,
Now, no offense,
when
but
they
I
was
don't trust Captain's recollection on Genesis
Oh,
29.
yeah.
Anything dealing with Laban, Rachel, and I don't believe he's reading that right because they often mess up. Yes. Okay. You want chicken? No sausage. I don't got sausage.
Right, and so the reason why I'm fishing for questions is because like a lot of this
All right.
law was there. I didn't say okay.
So Jacob said it to his household and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you and be clean and change your garments.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly he has strange gods among them.
But he's telling them to put them away.
Right. So clearly they wasn't keeping the law. You shouldn't have to put them away because you wasn't supposed to have money.
Okay, if you're gonna ask me if we broke the law, Judah bought prostitutes.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Right. So I didn't say that I said that the law was there. I didn't say that everybody kept the law. And
right.
even
And so
to say Jacob saying that to his household, Jacob is the one that broke it. But Jacob, it is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He did get the covenant.
Right. So the reason why I'm because like a lot of this, I want to ask, but I'm gonna respond to in certain, like I said, like
yeah,
I just want to
try. Listen, I'll come over to y'all platform.
Yes, you are.
Scared.
I read your mind, Captain, and you agreed, and you never popped up, and you never ever brought it back up again. You are scared. Okay, and the challenge is still there. Now, I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to debate Captain Romans 11. Like, you can do it, someone else can do it. Like, I'm trying to debate somebody new and who I actually don't like. Like, I don't like, Sakari guys, not all of them. But I don't like a lot of guys. I don't like a lot of Jim Mess guys. So these are the guys who I really want to Son of Thunder, these clowns, these little 4-foot guys, believers in the way. Like, these are guys who I don't want nobody from ISPK
4 foot.
Yeah, I don't want to buy from ISPK, GOCC, or ISPK. Nah. Everybody else, yeah. But those three, because they didn't really do that. They didn't really like talk trash to me or lie. So I'm good with them. I want the liars. So, but Captain was supposed to come on my channel. He never did. So, Captain can come over, no longer for the virgin birth, because I'm a little rusty, so I ain't gonna try to freestyle. Like, if you still know it, you could beat him up. But he can come up. But if Captain wanted to talk about Romans 11, we can have a discussion, a discussion on my channel, not yours, Captain channel. Here, yeah. So now, if Captain was like, man, I'll debate Unbiased Sports on this. I don't care what he's talking about. Hey, I'll debate him on his channel. But like a discussion, no, I want it on my channel. Because he's going to hide the tape again. So,
yeah.
No, thank you.
To come to Cross the Line Radio.
Nah, I ain't scared. It's just the Katasai be cutting my mic, playing games, and boot me out.
You see how this debate was? You had your time and my time. You hit me up in the back chat, and we could do it just like that.
All right.
Where you get your time, I get your time. Now,
to.
if you call like when we get random callers that just call on the fly, that's like a back and forth type of thing. But if you set up a debate prior to, you'll get your same a lot of time, just like you had it on here.
Right. And so there's a lot of things I want to address, and I am going to address it, especially with the virgin birth. I have some questions about that.
Look, save your questions, right? If listen, man, this is all humility. If you haven't watched, it's anybody. If you haven't watched our videos, countless hundreds of videos on the virgin birth, dealing with One West, we ain't talking about the Hasidic Jews or anybody from that cloth. One West only. If you wanted to debate a One West Israelite, it's like the virgin birth, and you haven't studied our videos, you're just wasting your time, man. Like, you'll never sound as better than us. Like, that's anybody. I don't give a damn who it is, Sham Shimon, whoever. If you haven't studied our videos, you'll never do better than us on the virgin birth. Like, we are the best of them.
Yeah.
Against One West doctrine, not the Jewish. I'm just saying One West only. If you haven't studied our videos and you go out there and try to debate them, you'll never do as good as us.
No, I agree.
We had every rebuttal down packed. So his question, save it. Those questions are answered on our channels. You show recaps on yours. I show recaps on mine. We actually did live on mine. I think you did live on yours. So yeah, you ain't gotta ask questions. Those questions are answered. Just stop being lazy and watch the videos. Do what I do. Go watch debates.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't gotta ask Captain, hey, what you think? I already know what you think. I'm gonna ask you anyway because I want the people to hear you say. I don't want to put it there I want you to say it.
Yep.
And to me, it's not classy to have a debate, a time debate, and put something Captain said before. To me, that's not classy. Now, in a back and forth, I'll do it. Like I just said, back and forth. I said, Cap, but you said this. Like, I'll do that. But in a debate, I won't do that. Like, I think that's just corny.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah,
debate
no,
is
I
supposed to
agree.
be you. It's supposed to be you. It's supposed to be all you. All you.
Yep.
So when people play videos, I'd be like, God, that's lazy. You know, in school, you a flunk. Like, you got to articulate all that information.
You gotta hold your own.
You can't play a video. Yeah, they want you to put it in your words. All right. So, my man, for you to even say that, I got questions. And you never heard of Unbiased Sports meets LJ, IOCK, Tone, Matt. If you never heard of us and you out there asking questions, like, you just clueless. Like, really. Like say, like, you know what I mean? You Stacey Dash now. Like, clueless.
In a
We're
debate
everywhere.
setting,
You type in virgin. Yeah, like, we're everywhere.
like you don't ask, you know what I'm saying? Like in a debate setting, you don't ask questions to get information. You ask questions because you already know the answer.
Right. Exactly. You ask him questions, and then he surprised you with the answer. You gonna look dumb because some of the answers
Like,
are
oh, like, I got to look into that.
Right, because some of them are kind of clever. It's like, especially when Hassan told you those two. What he said, the two had the virgin birth in the Greek. The two Pappers 1 and Pappers 2, but he was wrong.
Yeah.
But how you gonna know that if he just say that just for the first time?
Right. I didn't have the book. He couldn't pull it up for me, so we were just kind of like at that spot where I was like, oh, yeah.
It's like, well, I'll believe when I hear what you're saying, but I will only believe if I see it. So since we both can't look at it, let's just move on. It's just stalemate.
Yeah.
But this guy want to debate Captain and waste some of his time asking Captain a question about the virgin birth. So, well, the seed is of your father. Bro, a number is 1 to 18. You're going to be done. You're going to be done. Bro, it's seed is sperma. The man carries the seed. Yep. And when you beat Riley, he got the fake Greek. You definitely going to lose.
Bro.
All right, let me play.
But the reason why I'm not fully ready to address that yet, because on both of our parts, it's going to pose some problems.
No, it's not. And then when Captain asks him about, because at some point he's going to make a mistake and bring up Luke 3:23, right? And then he's going to affirmatively say it's Mary's genealogy. And then Captain will say, prove it. Book, chapter, and verse. He's going to be like, her name not even there. And he's going to be squirming like a mug.
Mm-hmm.
Side debating. The Captain going to be, look, Captain will sidestep your questions, but he will not let you do that to him. Brother, answer the damn question.
Why won't you answer my question?
Where does it say? And then Captain got his own conclusion on that when he goes to that conspiracy theory with the brothers. When he do that, he gonna give an opposing answer, and now my man looking like, oh, never heard of that. Start bringing up Eusebius, and he's gonna be confused.
Some inconsistencies.
But that right there always showed me that he's not a good researcher. And a lot of like researching is big in debates. If you want to like hands down win, yes, yeah. No sausage. No sausage. You want to finish your chicken? Okay, well I can't help you. Are you gonna eat sausage?
Well, I'll tell you what, whenever you're ready, you hit me up.
Yeah,
I got
you
a
know
question.
about that though, right?
I got a question.
Go
What's
ahead.
your question?
If you ain't ready to address the virgin birth, why did you reach out to get a virgin birth debate?
No, I didn't reach out. He asked for that, and I took.
Well, I was
I
talking
feel like
about different subjects, and he just picked that one. Like I think the main one he wanted was the first one we did, and then the second one.
Yeah. So basically, if you look at the inbox, I really like he said something about the virgin birth, and I was
want
like, that's
chicken?
cool or whatever.
No. Okay, well, sit down.
Why I did it because of he gave me the debate that I wanted. So I figured, well, we can answer this topic. And so the reason
you
why
never do that, because like, let's say if he won hands down this one, you're gonna lose hands down the other one. So your victory is taken away from you. Like your gold medal is stripped from you. And you never just take a debate because you trying to make your opponent feel good. Like, nah, we're gonna only take debates that I'm strong at. Where your shoe? Give me a shoe. Give me. Where is it? Here. Is this it? No, I knew it was. Where is it? Where's the shoe? Right there. Here you go. Right here. God damn, can't grab it. Here. Oh, boy. Go. Right.
there's some inconsistencies or textual criticism with these two lineage, and so that's why I say it was
Hey, before I go, I could bust that lineage thing down for you.
Yeah, I just said that. By the way, I didn't watch this part right here. I'm trying to find his questions actually. But I just
What did he say?
that the two, he said the inconsistencies on the two genealogies. And I just said Captain gonna drown him over there. I just said that before he said that. It's like, yeah, but you're gonna die because Captain gonna make you choose a position. Because he's gonna say, how is it possible? Seed is sperm, it comes from the dad. So how can Jesus be of Mary and not Joseph? If you're saying it ain't Joseph, then it gotta be Mary. So how is Mary introducing Jesus?
Here, put it up here. I got it. Girl, come on.
Hell? I know he didn't do that. I know he didn't do that.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Okay. I thought he damaged my iPad. All right.
I understand, but it's some stuff that's even. I understand, like, far as when you talk about when you say.
You're talking about the two lineages in Luke and Matthew, right?
Luke and Matthew, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can bust that down for you if you want.
I know. I've heard people try to bust it down. I heard people talk about.
You ain't heard the truth about it, though.
Huh?
You ain't heard the truth about it.
I've heard it all almost, and it even poses still some problems. Like,
well, like, you want to go ahead and knock it out before you leave?
Like, for instance, Nathan, right, and Salathiel, right? So your perspective, these are two.
Do not do that. Ask him his perspective. He just said, and you don't want to ask him, you want to tell him, and let's see how that works out for you.
Most scholars would say these are two lineages of Mary and Joseph, right? Most people would say, no, this is not that. Most or something royal.
It's the prime lineage and the literal lineage.
Most people say that, right?
The Luke's lineage is literal.
For the Hebrew, brought out some good points. And that's why I say it poses a problem because I'm having this debate, and that's why I say, look at the things. If we hear both, we get.
Hey, your connection is kind of in and out.
Which part?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
For
yeah.
instance,
I you hear it now? Like said right. He just said right. You know, it's King David.
huh?
Why can't Nathan be there?
Because Nathan is
You want to try? Oh, well, if you help me with some of this stuff, we could.
Okay, you hear me now?
I'm still in here.
Yeah, I know it'll go out eventually. Did you hear what he said last?
Yes. What'd you say, bro?
Did you hear what the guy said last?
It was about the virgin
Oh,
birth, and he was saying how like he was bringing up the scholarship, and then he was saying like Captain muddily gave his position, but I couldn't hear it. So you could go
yeah.
back. He said Matthew and Luke.
So really, just real quick. So the guy said there's an issue because one is through David. No, he said one is through Nathan and one is through Solomon. And then Captain said, yes, Solomon is the prominent one. So he just made that up because there's nowhere in the Bible that says Christ is the son of Solomon. It's the son of Abraham,
Right.
son of God, son of David.
Exactly. Yep.
And it also says son of Joseph. It says son of Joseph, but you don't see son of Solomon. So true nation, congregation of Israel and RSPK they like to insert that. They like to insert the focal point on Solomon, which is that's horrible to do that because like, wait a minute. Then Captain, we don't know what happened with Solomon. And then you got to educate the guy. All right. Let me share again. Now, I had a couple guys possibly I could have debated today, but I didn't want to even debate because I know I was like,
Are those
I
guys
know
serious though? Because isn't it their Sabbath, and they usually don't debate us on this day.
Some have already. Some have definitely debated. So, some didn't want to, but some did debate on the Sabbath.
You're not supposed to be picking up sticks or
understand
nothing.
that, but even though he's the prominent one, right? But
So
you
he
still
disagreed
have
with Captain. See, this I'm trying to say. Like, now he claims he debated this before. So why would you agree with Captain that Solomon is the focal point? If that's true, if he is, then you lost. That means Luke don't even matter. Like if it's about Solomon lineage, then Luke is there for a different reason. Yeah, so you lost already. All right, let me go back to the Israel Gentile question.
where it still leads to the separates and leads to the lineage of.
The next chief named Carl.
What I see something different there. The reason why I say that is because there's a cross, and then they link back up. So, for instance, it goes down Solomon's line and start naming him, and then everybody came back together and mixed the lines back together. And so,
Right, they Joseph's son. I'm about to wrap up.
okay, cool.
Back up.
meant never having sex, it wouldn't have to make the difference here. It would just say she was a virgin, and you would know she never had sex. Or a virgin in Hebrew is just a young woman. I don't know if you want to say something.
Right. So that and one of the things I have to reference is because verse you went to Luke, right, and it was Luke 1 and
You choppy. You choppy.
says,
You're in the Matrix.
then said Mary unto
You're in the Matrix. Oh, I think you back. I don't know. Say something.
Israel's going to have their rebuke taken away. Not everybody.
My back.
You're good. You're good now.
Yeah, nah, he got me looking for his crackers. I got to move around. So where I'm at now, this signal not that good.
Oh.
It can be when he goes to sleep. It's gonna be better. He got me moving around. It ain't gonna be.
Bro, you ever had okra water?
Ooh. Oh, nah, I never heard of that.
Bro, it's like the slimiest thing I've ever seen, bro. I'm about to try it though. And me, that's my thing. I can eat just about anything as long as it's not slimy. So I've heard there's good health benefits, which usually, if that's the case, I'll suck it up and I'll make it taste good. Because I'm like getting more into the health benefits of things and less out of the taste of it. Hey, bro, I be eating the weirdest things, bro, but it just make me feel good.
Yeah, the taste don't bother me as long as I know it's healthy. As long as I believe it's healthy.
Right.
Taste,
Even if
for
it ain't
example,
healthy, the placebo effect be in there though.
Yeah, like for example, I can bite pills. Like you're supposed to swallow them. Like that's how I can bite pills. I can bite them and then drink water. Like I could chew them up and drink water.
No, that's true. As long as they're like if you're like say you're taking lion's mane, it should just be lion's mane grounded up and put in that pill. So it wouldn't be any different than you just eating lion's mane, Yeah. So I agree with that. You should, in theory, be able to just bite it.
That's what I do sometimes, because sometimes I don't feel like choking. I do not know what these CRACKERS are at. Man, he's like hell bent on these.
Well, this is how I get my daughter to go to sleep. If we don't have something, she wants it. I'll be like, hey, you got to go to sleep. We can get up in the morning and go get it. She'd be like, okay, I sleep by myself. Bye-bye. Good night. I can see why my parents always used to tell me, oh, tomorrow.
You want these? Okay, I found my. He gonna have something. I found my peanuts. You gonna have something. I can't find those crackers. All right.
Why'd you pull this verse?
Well, if you look at it, it says you missed. It says the precept that I gave says thy saving.
You went to Psalms.
Among all
Psalms
nations.
Psalms is the after effect. Like
Right.
Isaiah the second
Hold on,
chapter.
let me respond to you. Hold on, let me respond to you. So I'm saying God is going to bless Israel, right? He says, then shall the earth yield forth its increase, and God, even our own God, shall bless us. When God takes a rebuke upon
This is in Psalms that you're talking about, right? 67.
That's Psalm 67, yeah.
No, I'm just making sure because I'm pulling that on my phone so I can follow you. But I have it. I just want to make sure I switch to that.
Right. And so you know what's crazy, because when you read that, right, it's kind of odd because it lines right up with a plethora of other scriptures. Like there declare his greatness and extol him before all the living. That's Tobit 13.
I need some more of this here. Brother,
So if you there declare his greatness and extol him before all the living. That's Tobit 13.
I need some more of this here. Brother,
So if you declare him among the you declare him and confess him among the Gentiles.
hey, I'll give you a better scripture than that Psalms one you got. When you go to Proverbs, the 29th chapter, it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
I just said that. You didn't hear me say that?
But I'm not arguing with that, though.
Wait, hold on, bro.
To get
67, 1 and 1. Verse 2. Verse 2. 67, 1, verse 2.
I'm with you.
That thy way may be known upon the earth, thy saving help among all nations. What's the Hebrew word that it says saving help right there?
Listen, you ain't got to give me the Hebrew word. I don't disagree with this scripture. Right now, we would have a problem. But you got these imposters.
What's the end result, though?
But be that take thy littlest one to gas him against the stone.
That ain't God saying that.
No.
Yeah, it's in the scripture.
Then God acknowledged it. Peter said, if any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of God. If it's in these scriptures, then God acknowledged it.
Well, hey, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, hold on, brother. In Ecclesiastics and other scriptures, it mentions the Saul and certain things that people were saying, but that doesn't mean that God agreed with it.
No, but he agreed with this, though. You know how you know he agreed with this? Here, let him hear this more. Here is the servants.
Yeah. My God, G-Town.
Hey, that was a good one by Captain.
Well,
he may not agree with everything, but he agrees with this.
Right.
Hey man, Captain got a good debate style. I'm not gonna lie, out of everybody in the Hebrew Israelite community, Captain got the best debate style. For sure.
Yeah, like he made a close debate with me when it should have been a blowout.
Yeah. And let's not forget you were a little inebriated.
Yeah. And I don't forget, I was rushing home.
So I don't give Captain credit for that because, like, you got to have debate style and your information has to be there. Captain's information wasn't there, but he got away with his debate style. That's how, honestly, that's how good his debate style is he can almost beat a drunk unbiased sports.
Right. Yeah, I swear, I didn't know I was debating that night. That's why I started drinking. I was leaving.
Bro, that's crazy how they just was like, hey, it's tonight. Like, huh?
Yeah, I'm driving. So they're like, where you at? I'm about to go play Monopoly. You're like, nah, we have a debate. Like, what? I turn around, rush home. Oh my God.
That's
bro.
so stupid, bro. That's so dumb. Why don't y'all, like, y'all had a date in mind. He changed it. They never came up with the date and then they just dropped you on one night. I know that, bro. Like, I feel like I don't know if Sarnetta is like this, but maybe he saw like the advantage that you had and he was like, yo, I think the best way it's gonna be good is if Captain catches Unbiased off by surprise type thing, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. It might have just happened like that. And that's,
To be honest, I'm not sure if they gave me the new date or not. I don't remember. And the other thought I had was maybe even Sarnetta forgot. And maybe Captain called him. So maybe we did have a date. Maybe I forgot and Sarnetta forgot. And Captain said, hey, man.
That's possible. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, where you at? I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I believe that Captain did have a date. It was when he was coming back from somewhere. He had a date, and I just lost, I just lost track of. I think Sarnetta did too because Sarnetta would hit me up earlier and be like, "Yo, be ready now," because he don't want no shows. You dig? Like that looks bad. So he would have hit me up earlier, like, "Yo, get ready for the debate." You know what I mean? He'd have prepped me like, "Yo, don't be scared." But for him to call me like that sudden, I feel like he forgot too.
Yeah, so hold on, brother. So if you see what you just cut, listen, if you're possessing them for handmaids and servants, it's their kids. It ain't them. What kids you gonna dash to the stone?
You know why? No. That's not true. That's not true.
And non-Israelites receive salvation.
That's the debate.
Now, this word right here, you might want to look this up.
In Psalm 67 you talk about, right?
Yeah. So we in Psalms what? Let's look it up.
Psalm 6. Okay. Wait. You trying to tell Joshua?
To deliver and to save, right? Now deliverance in the
among all nations. A small little Christian. I know the white man and the African.
he the brown.
Wait, no. This nigga on the block are not going to give up their land. You know what it means when Christ.
I'm trying
to get to me. He asked a good question. Finally,
by force. You said you're going to COVID, right? Yeah.
So why does it say confessing before the Gentiles? For he have scattered us among them.
Here we go.
Talking about right here. Okay, cool. So it says, confess before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he have scattered us among them. So who is the Gentiles that he's talking about right here?
Oh, we're an hour 52 minutes in, 42 seconds, and he finally asked the unbiased sports question for something unbiased sports to ask early. The first 2 minutes I would ask that question. He waits to ask an hour and 52 minutes later, 42 seconds later, for the Gentiles in that particular verse. I would have been asked that. I already told Meeks how I was going to do it. So he's finally doing it, but the debate's already set. Whoever they think won, they're not going to change their mind now, all of a sudden.
Israelites.
These Gentiles are Israelites?
Yeah.
They meet you, hell?
Yeah, which verse they in? Psalm?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I heard the way you said these Gentiles is.
Wait, debate ain't over. We still
got another topic. We lost this topic right here. But look what it says here.
This seems like a fire topic. That's why I told G-Con I didn't mind going a little further. You said you're going to COVID, right?
Yeah, come here.
Yeah, Tobit okay. 13. Look what it says here. Do you agree?
Okay, I'm with you.
Tobit 13:3. So Tobit is a northerner. Would you agree?
I believe so. I haven't read Tobit in a long time.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say he's an Israelite just to not.
Okay, cool. So it says, confess before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he have scattered us among them. So who is the Gentiles that he's talking about right here?
Israelites.
These Gentiles are Israelites?
Yeah. See, but I'd have asked better. I'm trying to be more specific. Is this northern, southern, or collective? That's why Captain got slick. He said the Israelites. So now you're asking questions the wrong way, and then you think you're setting them up, but once you pin them to north, he's gonna say, "I never said north. I said Israel."
Mm-hmm.
So why did you say confessing before the Gentiles? For he have scattered us among them.
The same reason I gave you the.
Now that was a good question. Like I said, you asked that question way too goddamn late. This should have been early in the debate, and Captain is going to answer this in a horrible way. Listen, when he finally got Captain,
it don't matter now.
Yeah, debate's over. They're going to debate virgin birth for the next 5 minutes. But listen to Captain's answer. Now I want you to listen to the question and then listen to the answer. It's like apples and oranges, bro.
Talking about right here.
Israelites.
These Gentiles are Israelites?
Yeah.
So why does it say confessing before the Gentiles, for he have scattered us among them?
The same reason I gave you Leviticus 25:34, when it said an Israelite could be a stranger. Or
nothing about this verse was dealing with strangers.
Nothing about it. Yep.
Captain already established that strangers can go both ways. It can be Israel or the Gentiles. Okay. So the dude asked a good question, but he's not aware of strangers got nothing to do with scattered. I mean, it has something to do it, but when you say scattered, that's a noun in itself. Like that's a particular people in itself. Not everybody was scattered. Like Israelites, the Egyptians, and I don't know who else. But it wasn't like you can't play with, because like he loves to play with Gentiles and heathen. That could be any nation. That's Captain's favorite. But you can't play with scattered. Everybody wasn't scattered. So the scattered off the top of my dome, the dispersed would be the Egyptians, because they were dispersed, or the Israelites. I don't know the nation that was dispersed by God. Hold on, let this ambulance go. That ambulance is active as hell today, man. Wheel. Ambulance, Yuki. All right.
A sojourner. Gentile. Can you show me the man Gentile?
Now, you see how he answered it and it didn't make sense, and he quickly changed his topic and said, "Can you answer?" Now he's asking the question, like, so he won't let my man respond to Captain's question. Answer. So Captain answered it, and he don't want my man to address Captain's answer. So Captain followed up with the question.
Who won't let him?
Nah, Captain gave an answer, which was bad. And the guy's supposed to challenge your answer.
Right. He was like, "Nah, let's move on."
Yeah, he asked the question right away. He knew it doesn't make sense.
The same reason I gave you Leviticus 25 and 34, when it said an Israelite could be a stranger or a sojourner. Gentile. Can you show me the man Gentile? That's the question I got. But no, I need you to answer this question. I need to, and this answer this question.
Oh, yep. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Can't undo that. Yes.
He said, "No, leave me alone. Don't let me ask this question."
Yeah, so he tried to run off his bad answer.
I will be careful, I promise.
This is like, dude, are we giving any one answer and we're not allowed to be?
Daddy's cool.
On our okay, are we allowed to just give any old answer so we can move on, or are we allowed to challenge the answer that's given? Okay, cool. So let me challenge your answer because this didn't make any sense. But nope, look where they're going.
Gentiles mean nations of void, basically, are peoples.
But it can also mean Israelites. That's not my question.
Captain's question now. Yo, he did a bait switch on him.
My question is, show me the man named Gentile that had children in the Bible.
Your question,
right?
Ain't coming back to it.
What'd you say?
But okay, cool. Because there is no man named Gentile.
Okay, thank you.
Who's steering the ship now?
Wait. So when
oh, yep, Captain. Yep, he got it. I am the captain now.
Completely moved off his bad answer.
You see Gentile, remember Deuteronomy 28 chapter said we would be called a proverb and a byword.
So you'll be called a proverb and a byword. Yeah, and they were listed in the Bible. The bywords and proverbs Israel's called. Like he said, strangers and all type of stuff, wicked people. Yeah. But Gentile and heathen and pagan wasn't one of them, because that's a proverb and byword is like people talking bad about you, and it's probably undeserving. Nah, if the Most High called you wicked, it's because you actually were. Yeah, so Captain, like going too far now.
So us being called Gentiles, strangers, sojourners, foreigners, those are all the bywords that the Lord said would be put upon us if we didn't keep his commandments. So the children of Israel, we're supposed to wake up other Israelites. That's why we go out there and wake them up.
They are from a man's question.
All right, so it says, confess him before the Gentiles, ye children of Israel, for he has scattered us among them. All right,
so he forced the question back on Captain because he realized, all right, this guy took me somewhere else.
So hold on. So he's telling Israel to confess him among the Gentiles. Now in Ezekiel chapter 4, he says he will scatter them among the Gentiles and they will eat the foul bread.
I'm gonna give you a perfect understanding.
Hold on, brother. So look, He said, there declare his greatness and extol him before all the living. So he scattered them among, he scattered Israelites among Gentiles, right? Non-Israelites, right?
Yes. Yeah, he scattered us amongst the four corners of the earth. That's correct.
So it says, for he has scattered us among them. So look,
That's
while you
why he
there,
should have
look
brought
what he
this out.
said.
This has been his argument to start it off. This is like, now look how Captain ain't so confident. Captain is back. He's punching off his back foot now. He's swinging off balance. The dude should have came with this from the door.
You there scattered among them, among those non-Israelites. Look what he says, verse 4. There declare his greatness.
Who's he? Okay, two things I want to show you. I want to show you something. When it
This
says
is the strong
confessing
point he
before
needs
the
to come out
Gentiles, the
with,
children
bro.
of Israel,
Yeah.
you would have.
This is a good point.
Yeah, and you see, like Captain not so confident.
He's not as aggressive as he usually is. He has to like wait. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. You know. Yeah. Yep.
Have to admit that it's the Israelites that has to confess him to these Gentiles. We at least agree there, right?
Well, I'm glad you agreeing now that these Gentiles are non-Israelites.
No. I'm not saying they're non-Israelites. What I'm giving is a statement that we can agree upon without changing our stance. So I'm gonna repeat the question. When it says confess him before the Gentiles, children of Israel, we do agree that the children of Israel has to confess him before these Gentiles. Whether you call them non-Israelites or I call them Israelites, they do have to confess him to Gentiles, right?
We agree.
Okay, we agree. I'm gonna show you something. In Matthew, the 10th chapter,
verse 5,
the 5th verse. These 12, Yahweh shall send forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles and into any city.
I wish Captain would read that chapter and verse with me. That debate would be so over. As a matter of fact, Captain, I don't care if Captain listening now. This is why it's not wise for Captain to debate me on this. Captain, the whole Gentile approach, really, it wouldn't even, I wouldn't even fight Captain on Gentiles being Israel too. Okay. Because he says TOO too. Then you lost. Because I said salvation to the Gentiles. I don't care if it's Israel or non-Israel. I said Gentiles get salvation. I kick rocks. And because the heathen and Israel's called Gentiles together, I still won. Because my argument is not all Gentiles, ethnic wise. Just one could go in and you lost. So the fact that Israel is also called Gentiles too, you lose. Because now Gentiles can have salvation. Ethnic and Israelite, so-called Israelite. And also,
the Samaritan.
Remember Captain's definition on Design Man Bible of Gentiles? It says often used as Gentiles. Okay. If I often work 9 to 5, and the work week starts this Monday, you can automatically assume, if I'm saying meet, I call you after work, you can automatically assume it's after 5 o'clock. Because I often work 9 to 5. Now look how this works. If Gentile is often used for ethnic Gentiles, then that means when you see the word Gentile in the Bible, it's going to be often used for ethnic Gentile. But Captain goes against the definition. When he reads Gentile, even in the Old Testament, he keep plastering it. He went to his cracker so bad. Yeah, he keeps plastering it with Israel. It's like, dude, you're going against the definition. The way Captain used Gentile, you would think the definition said often used for Israel. Because every time Captain uses the word Gentile in Old and New, he's often placing it on Israel. It's like, damn, show me a natural Gentile then.
The house of the site.
Now, brother, what other nations are you talking about? Nations, Israelite nations,
They have to go among the other nations to grab the Israelites.
The other nations are
out of them. That's
other nations. Like the cat over he one that keeps them back and forth. Dang. I actually found the crack.
Hey yo, I gotta. What'd you say?
No, I thought I lost connection again.
Oh, no, I gotta head out. I gotta finish this food, and we about to try to get up here to Costco, see if it's busy. Yeah,
Hey,
try to get up
that
here.
line is long over here, so I know it's long. It's gonna be super duper long over there.
Yeah, I heard it's not as long as yesterday, and it's not. My wife said it's not a lot of people there, so if we go there and it's a lot of people, I can blame it on her. But yeah, we got to note down that point that he made, and he brought up something in Tobit too. I want to keep a note of too. So I think you sent this to me. So
nah, I think I sent something else, but there's a better passage that Unprofitable sent me. That like, there's no way. I mean, really, to be honest, like you could end it just with that passage he gave me. Like I'm not saying end it in a one West like where they think you won, but if you're debating to the neutral audience, you won. Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's no way he can. There's no way none of them can explain away this one. Like it just flat out debunking their position and proving yours. And but we, when we have guests, we like to play around for a little bit with them. We don't try to nuke them unless they're being disrespectful. Then we just nuke them. But so I won't throw it out there for those guys because I don't want them to know it really. I'm just beat them up what we already got. But when it's time to debate,
yeah, exactly. See, they don't even be caring about that sometimes. Like providing the opposition with ammunition.
Yeah.
And it's no issue if your doctrine is right, but if your doctrine is wrong, and you got to do all this to cover it up, you got to do you got to learn from the Masons, man. You got to be secretive.
Yeah. And it's like you said, if you got a false doctrine, you want to hide your hand because if somebody like myself is on the right side, you lose anyway. So now you have to just catch me off guard. It's the only way you can win is to catch me off guard.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the one thing set up with that one dude. He said next Tuesday at 6:30. So not this Tuesday coming up, but next week Tuesday.
Sheesh. Okay.
Yeah, I told him he wanted to do this next this Friday coming up, but I'm not available. So he said next
Tuesday. Or Romans.
Romans 11. I told him I was like, all right, cool. When that time comes, I'll send you the link. That's what I told him. He said, "Oh, he said I'm inviting you. I will send the link." Uh-oh. What should I say?
Bro, you gotta.
Because I really don't care to go on somebody else's platform right now, as we're
I,
just starting this up.
I do, because when you start tripping him up, he's gonna talk over you like Rotten's did and kick you off and say, "Oh man," and then talk about you like, "Oh man, you come back on." Nah, so it's like, dude, listen. All right, so who reached out to who first?
He reached out to me.
Oh, so
yeah. This was from a post that I made. So I was really the one extending the invitation to debate first.
all right, so look, just say this. How about they go on yours first?
Nah, I'm gonna do ours first because I know how these guys are. I did the same thing with Arayla. I don't know if it's
when I say yours,
yeah.
you second person.
Yeah.
They go on yours first and have like a back and forth, and then if it's necessary, you'll go on his for an actual formatted debate.
Yeah.
I would say that because sometimes when you do a back and forth, y'all both might agree like enough was said where a full debate is not even. That's why you call it a weigh-in. Like a lot of debate weigh-ins don't even produce or amount to a debate because they feel like, nah, nothing here. Yeah, so just say, hey man, just come mine first for like a fill out, and then if we still have differences, we're gonna compare notes, and then we have differences, still strong differences, then we can come to your channel afterwards for a formatted debate, introduction, some rounds, and a cross examination. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna just word it exactly like that.
Because the debate platform I like this. I like let's say if Captain goes first, round one. I should have five questions. I should have 5 questions to what he just said, right? Because Captain always complained that nobody answers his questions. So I'm like, all right, well, this can definitely counter that. So Captain goes round one. I then have 5 questions to what he just said. Hey, you said this, right? Why, blah, blah, blah. And he gets the answer, last word. And then another one. You said this, blah, blah, blah. He gets the answer. And then when he's done answering 5 times, then I can give like an overall on his answers. Like I could sum it up maybe 5-10 minutes. Like, hey man, I can go over why I asked this question, why his answer doesn't make any sense. And then now it's my turn. Okay, Unbiased, you go. Round 1, go. And then same thing. He got 5 questions for me, or how many you want. Like it's up to 5. Like you could do 3. You could do 3 or 5 questions. It's up to you. But you got up to 5.
Yep. But yeah, I'll figure it out. I'll see what the dude says.
Yeah, no. I'm saying when you got debate, do the regular way. But on our channel, we're gonna mix up like that, where more information and now all your questions get answered. Like there's no way to avoid your questions because you got 5 tough ones you're supposed to ask based upon what they said.
All right, and we should have a rule. We should have a rule that we establish when people come on. Like, if you're gonna go to another passage, explain why. Explain like, hey, this word is used. At least give us an explanation, even if it don't make sense. At least we kind of know where you're going. You know what I'm saying?
Like let us know why you're going there. Like don't just go somewhere and we gotta we try to figure out like why are we here. Yeah, if you want, you can hold it. Here.
Yeah. Oh wait, he messaged him back now. Let me see what he says.
All right. I heard you.
What'd you say?
I heard you. No, I heard you.
Oh, okay. I just want to see what he say real quick. Because if he like, nah, if he ain't willing to compromise or nothing on that, then it's clear the intention then at that point. But I already know these guys' intention. I mean, I'm not, not new to this.
You guys always got always
You in the matrix. You in the matrix.
they don't really. How many platforms are violent?
How many times what? Yeah, you in the matrix, big time.
He's a card. Right.
It's so funny because I know when these guys are like he was saying something, then he stopped. I know 100% he's consulting his goonies. But hey, bro, what you think about this? I don't know. They're gonna be like, well, who the host? What's your YouTube?
Or not. Look, just say this. Make a call. Say, hey man, come to mine and you can 4 or 5 people. Here.
You can what? What happened? I think he got knocked off again. Oh, there you go. You said tell them to come. Say come to mine. You can come 4 or 5 deep.
Yeah. Bring if you. Yeah, you can invite 4 or 5 people. Because that's all you want to do anyway. That's all you want to do, and that's why he's stuck with all those guys. Just right there.
I'm gonna say it'll just be me and Unc. You Unc. Oh, here we go. He said, I invited you to mine.
Oh, fuck. Man, what do you say?
I invited you to mine. Like, I don't want to come over to yours. I invited you to mine.
Yeah, you good then. Nah, I'm good. It ain't gonna work. All right, because bro, I've been there before. When they're that adamant, it never works out well. Like, nah, I'm good then. I'm good. Like, you challenge me, you could tell ask him, like you tell you challenge me, you came to me. So you come to me all the way or nothing. You hear these guys out here arguing?
Yeah, I just gave him the ultimatum. I said, you came to me accepting my challenge to debate. Either we do my platform first, then yours, or we don't have to do it at all. I can't hear nobody arguing.
Yeah, because it ain't like this is somebody like like Riley or somebody. This is a nobody. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, dang, I definitely need more seasoning with this one. Where that's pretty go.
I gotta say this, man. It's gonna sound kind of like racial, but I get on black folks all the time. Yeah, a lot of these Hispanics, man, and it's a whole bunch of them. It's a bunch of nations, right? So it ain't, and I'm not handpicking one of them. Just those who speak Spanish collectively. A lot of them litter like a mug, man. Their parks be
Oh, for
so,
real, man.
yeah, their parks be so little. I mean, I just seen two big ass Hispanic women sit there and drink some big ass drinks that's gonna put mad weight on them, nothing but sugar. Leave it right there, like the trash can is right there. It just left it right on the floor and left.
Bro, do you know that there's literally no litter out here in Japan?
Really?
Bro, if you go to like Japan, there's a few other countries that are similar like it. But if you just go to these places, you realize how lazy Americans are. Like, I'm so serious, man. How lazy,
Yeah.
how, disrespectful. Man, it's like just entitled. Like, nobody out here acts the way Americans do.
All right, but now let me play Captain Saver, an American. Okay, it's always easier, like because this same argument is being not the same argument, but the same point is made when you debate when people debate um, capitalism and socialism. They will show you like certain countries that does socialism very well, and then I come back with this. I can say, is the population majority like pretty much all one group?
Right. Oh, okay, fair.
Of course, yeah, of course, because it's my brother and my sister.
It's a valid point. Yeah.
Right. When you have a melting pot, yeah, it's like, yo, that's y'all thing, and I ain't trying to convince y'all to do better. Yeah,
Right.
I want to litter, y'all just filthy. But when it's your household, you have a different type of respect.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No, that's a good point. That's a valid point too. I see what you're saying.
I always ask socialists, say, show me socialism in a country where it's different races.
Girl, I didn't fart. Yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Because socialism, like people got to really want to do it and help each other out. But that's not how you feeling. If that person Chinese and you're Russian, and the next person African, like you don't feel like I have to help this person
Yeah.
or I want to. It's like nah,
There's no sense of patriotism.
yeah, at all.
But all right, man. I'm gonna hop off,
All right.
man. All right. Shalom.
Let me try to do this without breaking up too much.
That's why it says, go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You know what's odd about that, what you just read? Because when you read that earlier, you said that the Israelites were not in Israel. And so when he's sending the 70 out, they come, hold on.
I can't listen to this. I got two Negroes out here yelling at each other very aggressively about something stupid. So let me do something else until they shut up. I'm like too distracted to do that. So let me go to Matthew chapter 3 real quick. Yeah. Yes. What do you want? Wait. Okay. Yes. Okay. Lay down. Let me see it work. So y'all start shooting. They argue very aggressively, and it seems like their relationship is torn at this point. They getting real personal. Get like that, they be trying to kill each other. Yes. Here. 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 They arguing about the silliest shit, but they clearly had some stuff. They really had certain feelings about each other, and they just letting it out right now. Here you go. Here. So I'm reading this sign. I can read out loud. I'm looking for something. Verse 4. John. Wait, is my screen sharing? Oh, it got physical. Well, I mean, the words got more physical. They're trying to fight now. Do not shoot this way. All right, I'm trying to see what they about to do. But when so they're talking about John the Baptist. But when he saw many Pharisees and Sadducees coming to watch him baptize, he denounced them. You brood of snakes, you den of snakes. He exclaimed, "Who warned you to flee the coming wrath? Prove by the way you live that you have repented of your sins and turned to God. Don't just say to each other, we are safe, for we are descendants of Abraham." That's an interesting verse right there. That means nothing. For I tell you, God can create children of Abraham from these very stones. Even now, the axe of God's judgment is poised, ready to sever the roots of the trees. Yes, every tree that does not produce good fruit will be chopped down and thrown into the fire. I baptize with water. Okay, so I want to get to Jesus. So I got the part 1, 3 and 9. Now I want to get to Jesus now. So now you're talking about a gun. Oh my God. Okay, so this is about in the wilderness. Okay, I know this stuff. Okay, so here we go. When Jesus heard that John, this is Matthew chapter 4, verse 12. When Jesus heard that John had been arrested, he left Judea and returned to Galilee. He was talking about the guns, and I'm like, oh shit, that's what I didn't want to hear. He went first to Nazareth. What you want? What you want? Yes. You want what? Okay, all right. So okay, this fool. Okay, it's fulfilled. I'm bugging. So he first went to Nazareth, then left there and moved to Capernaum beside the Sea of Galilee in the region of Zebulun and Naphtali. This fulfilled what God said through the prophet Isaiah. In the land of Zebulun and the Naphtali beside the sea, beyond the Jordan River in Galilee, where so many Gentiles live. Oh, that's interesting. Yelling loud as hell. The people who sat in darkness have seen a great light, and for those who live in the land where death casts its shadow, as a light shine. Okay, so hold on. What verse is that? I get to it. From then on, Jesus began to preach, repent of your sin and turn to God, for the kingdom of heaven is near. The first disciples. On one day as Jesus was walking, okay, so follow me. They left, okay, so they follow him. A little farther up the shore, saw two brothers, James and John, sitting in the boat. Okay, so he's gathering his disciples. Crowds followed. Crowd followed Jesus. Crowds followed Jesus. Yeah. I'm just trying to see what's going on so I can look for cover. All right. So we have the footnotes. So the tempter, Deuteronomy 8:3. So it was Isaiah, right? He said Isaiah, right? Yeah, Isaiah. So that's 9, Isaiah 9, 1 and 2. Isaiah 9, 1 and 2. I ain't looked at the chat just yet. I'm gonna get my device and look at it. All right. So I guess my notes disappeared. Okay, yeah. So this was okay. So it's the prophecy right here. I got it. So, all right. Jesus traveled throughout the region of Galilee, teaching in the synagogues and announcing the good news about the kingdom. And he healed every kind of disease and illness. News about him spread as far as Syria, and people soon began bringing him to all who were sick. And whatever their sickness or disease, or if they were demon possessed or epileptic or paralyzed, he healed them all. Large crowds followed him wherever he went. Whenever he went, people from Galilee, the 10 towns, Jerusalem, from all of Judea, and the east of the Jordan River. Okay, cool. Still young. The other guy didn't left. Okay, so this is the Mount Sermon speech. Where that. Going to that. All right, let's get past that. Still talking. All right, watch out. Don't do it. To be admired by others, for you will lose. Okay, I remember that. Fasting, teaching about money and possessions. Looking for something in particular that who sent me? Oh, House Case sent me this direction. Um, do not judge others, blah blah. Effective prayer. I'm so glad these categories are here or these subtitles are here because it allows me to skip it. I ain't gonna read all of it. Okay. So Jesus heals a man with leprosy. Large crowds followed Jesus as he came down the mountainside. Suddenly, a man with leprosy approached him and knelt before him. Lord, the man said, if you are willing, you can heal me and make me clean. He reached out and touched him. I will. He said, be healed. And instantly, the leprosy disappeared. And Jesus said to him, don't tell anyone about this. Instead, go to the priest and let them examine you. Take along the offering required and the have been healed of leprosy. This will be a public testimony that you have been cleansed. Then they got the faith of a Roman officer. So I guess this guy is going to be, let me guess, he's an Israelite. All right. Let me write some. Now keep in mind, it says faith. keep in mind it says faith. This is I think RCK video. Faith. That's why. Yes, I knew my connection was bad. All right, let me do it now. Let me switch iPad. This one's gonna die. Second. Comments now. And okay, so bunch of headphones.